Hello and welcome back. This is Professor Plyman here, and today I wanted to take just a few moments to go over your research portfolio. So you're going to be turning in a research portfolio for each of your major essay projects this semester. It will be the exact same process regardless of the essay, but I just wanted to kind of go over these instructions and let you know what I am expecting. So the objective of this assignment is to develop an effective research process by really locating, evaluating, organizing, and documenting credible sources before you write your essay. This portfolio is going to serve as evidence of your research process and will become the foundation for both your definition essay and your research essay. So for this assignment, you will create a research portfolio that shows me not only what you found, but how and why you found it. So rather than just submitting a works cited page at the end, you're going to document your research decisions, talk about the credibility of your sources, and reflect on how each source contributes to your understanding of your topic. Think of this as like a research notebook, a record of your thinking throughout the research process. Remember that we've kind of talked about this semester how I am grading your learning process, not just that final product. So here's what you're going to put in your portfolio. The first thing in your portfolio is going to be your cover page. Let me know what your research topic is, your working thesis or your research question, what you're hoping to learn, and what questions you still need to answer. And then for each source, I would like a research log. So you're going to give me the source of information. That's the MLA citation and the source type. And then you're going to tell me where you found this source. Then I'm looking for 3 to 4 sentences that explain why you chose this source. What information does it provide, and how is it going to strengthen your essay? I'm really encouraging you to think like a researcher here. Think about who created this source. Why should readers trust it? Does it have any potential bias or limitations? How current is the information? And how does this source connect to your research questions? You can answer any or all of these in the why I chose this source section. Then tell me the most useful information that you found in this source. 3 important facts, quotes, statistics, examples, key ideas, that sort of thing. If there are page numbers in the source, feel free to write them down. Even though you don't have to document paragraph numbers in MLA format in your final essay, it might be helpful to write them down here so that you can find this information quickly when you are ready to incorporate it into your essay. Then you're going to include evidence of your research. This is a screenshot of the article, the database record, the web page, or if you're using a physical source, just snap a picture of it with your phone and put that in there. One of the reasons that I have students doing this, just to be completely transparent, is because a lot of students are using hallucinated sources that AI gives them. So I'm just looking to make sure that this is an actual source that you have found. And then the next little section is your notes. Anything else you want to tell me about the source. So you're going to do that for each of your sources. The instructions for the definition essay and the research essay both tell you how many sources you need for that assignment. And then the last thing in your portfolio is going to be your reflection. Give me 1 page, double spaced, where you talk about which source you thought was the most valuable, which source was the most difficult to find, what challenges you encountered during your research, what surprised you about your topic, how has your understanding changed? Have you learned something new about your topic? And if you were going to continue researching, what would you investigate next? Remember, this portfolio is not just a collection of your sources, it is evidence of your research process. Strong researchers ask questions, evaluate credibility, make intentional decisions, and then reflect on what they've learned. Your goal is not to just show me what you found, but also how and why you found it. And then the last thing on these assignment instructions, which of course are available on eCampus, are how I'm going to be grading you. I'm looking at what sources you found. I'm looking at your research process. I'm looking at your source evaluation. I'm looking at how you documented everything. And then I am looking at your reflection. If you're struggling with this assignment or to find sources, the librarians are amazing at research. Reach out to them, or please reach out to me. I am always happy to help.